Richard's Adventures. It's a run vlog slash walk vlog, so a bit of both really. But the running, I'm just going to do it without filming because I need to get the kilometres in. But I will be walking after that, showing you around while I'm going. We're going some interesting places today. The route we took last time, we're going to do slightly different. Show you a bit more around the area, around the Hackney area. But where we're going to go yet, we haven't decided yet. We'll decide when we do get there. A 5k run if I walk up anyway. But we're here in Stratford. We've got to stop early just to do that. And we're in Stratford. And we're going to do a park. And there's a sign for New Yankees. And also got baseball here at the stadium, but the store's not open yet. I don't know what it is. The Boston Red Sox and the New Yankees. Right here, yeah. Got the signs for it. How awesome is that? The store's right here. It's closed for the moment, so when an event happens, it'll be open. So it's not actually open yet. So it's not yet, but I'll find out the dates. Interesting. It's a London series, but it's worth checking out on the internet to see what that is. Because they've got the flags up here. They've got it already when it's happening. It's not happening yet, but I presume it's happening in that stadium there, where my football club is. So it'll be interesting to how they do it. It's the only place they can do it when you think about it. It's kind of cool when it kicks off, because it's not football season till August anyway. So yeah, and there's the work still going on around here. We still don't know what they're building yet. The direction we got ahead is right down there. Recognise any of these players. Trying to get to the light on them so you can see it better. Number 41 and 24. We've got one on this side as well. Two more players up there. If you know them, let me know. And two more on this side. Something worth doing next time. When I've got the money, I'll actually do it. Because it's £9. Boat tours. Don't know what they're at, how far they go, but it'd be interesting to see. Taking, you want to know Mystry, the canal bit, as you're saying up that way. We said we was going to go, we're going to do less than some other time. Sorry about that, got hay fever going around. We're going to do that route. We're going to go and check that route out today. I'm telling you, this is the copper box. This is where the basketball used to be held. You've got the other Olympic venues down there. This is the one where the basketball used to be held. But we're heading away from that. We're going to canals going down there. Going to show you different parts of well, Olympic Park cuts off anyway, how they've done it up. See how things have changed. And see a few dockyards along the way, like, you know, factories and that. See what things have changed into. See how things are posh, see how things are posh, see how things are in here basically. I haven't been that direction, but I'm going to check it. And also I'm going to come back this direction as well. Keeping an eye on the time as well, same time. Because I'm deciding to come back for something to eat in Stratford after we finished our journey. This is the view we left off last time, and we're going to go round the canal. And yeah, we'll walk out for a few cyclists. But it's a nice view here. Close to Maya. We're heading into the right. We turn all the nice buildings along here. Got an interesting bridge up the other way. But what we find, I like the trees as sort of combined along the line. That's really interesting. What we see further up, we'll find out. Coming up to a really old bridge here. I don't know how long it's been here, to be honest, but all the graffiti over it. I like the canals on there, the way things are. That all the nature sets in. And sort of the stillness of the water. It's so awesome. Anyway, I'm going to do a few videos, a bit of music, so you get to enjoy the nice canal. Walking along here is very interesting now. It's slightly changed. As you can see people's houses now, back at their gardens. That's pretty cool to have a garden at the back. You've got the boat, you know, the water. We're coming on to another lock, because there's massive locks here apparently. They're very high up. It's going to take a long time for the boats to go down. I don't know how much water's come out, but lots. This one's quite down a little bit. And it is quite nice along here anyway. This is different. It's a nice walk actually. Wow. Enjoying this little walk. Yeah, it's nice along here. It's very different. See from here, you've got a locked door just there. And one open, one not open. And the other side with the water pouring out. That's really interesting. Let's go and get to it. We're going to show you going there on the canal, and we're going to show you above ground what it's like to see the difference. We know we're going because it's actually literally a straight line. I like this bridge. This is pretty nice and old actually, but it's telling you there's high voltage cables above. Really interesting because there's a lock just here, and I've got to go up to these steps. How far this canal goes I don't know, but you can see it's quite a long drop for the water. It's quite nice here actually. I don't know where it leads to, but I'll soon find out. It is an interesting walk. I'll be walking it back. It might be heading towards the city. I don't know where it's heading towards, but it's going somewhere really nice. I like how the houses have changed drastically along the canal. Really interesting. I like the other side. It's like how it is. Yeah. I wonder where I'll end up. I'm going to catch an awesome video going under that willow tree just there, and I'll see you down there guys. There we are, going under the willow tree. There's quite a few on this route. I'll put the camera up so you can see how cool it is. I should do a walkthrough really on the canals one day. What are you reckon? Suggestions below. It's nice really. A lot of the houses have drastically changed on this bank side. I see one of the canals already out on the barge. Yeah, it's nice around here. It's a nice area. Random flats there, but I don't know what's at the end, but we'll soon find out. You know, so the houses have drastically changed. So a bit more upper class, a bit more nicer. I keep stopping the filming because of the bikes. But it's nice. I like the little archway they've got in here. That's really nice. Let's get up to that and have a look at that. You see it? It's pretty cool, that the little archway. It's a nice area actually. I give it. It's a really nice place to live. These canal boats you see along there, these are people's places to live in. They actually live in these places. Don't know how far the route canal goes, but if it goes too far, I will continue it another day. But yes, I will do it because it sounds interesting, this route. It's only taken me about a few hours. 1 hour, I should say, not a few hours, an hour. I was thinking of the run before. But yeah, I like the double parking. I like that. That's really good, double parking. But there are people living in there, and there's a park just here, and I might do that on the way back. Interesting. It's an interesting route, an interesting area. How far we've gone, but the canal keeps on going and going. But I like these gardens here. They are pretty nice. I like them on the glass back. That's pretty clever. They can walk on the path and they can come in. I like they've got the patio. Sit down there. Someone got these gardens that have fallen out. Someone's got a deck chair. That's pretty cool, that is. It's made an effort for a garden at the back. That's really nice, you know. It's randomly got a tree with chairs at the back. That looks really nice, especially at the riverside. Or the canal, I should say. Just here, there's a little dinghy boat outside. That sounds cool though. I would actually do that. There are little boats you go up and down for a little bit of fun. Why not? We have a first bit of a factory here. I'm sure it's used for something else. Our factory, I don't know. It might be, might not be. But yeah, nice factory here. There's no one on the canal at the moment. It's quiet. You get random 1 or 2 people up and down. Yeah, the windows are smashed just over there. Oh, a bit of a shame that is. And a few lilies. That's unusual to see. Lilies. There's no factory here. Going to keep going down, see how far this goes, and see where we end up. Because I don't know where we are. Because I know we come from Stratford and Hackney way, so I don't know how far this river goes, well, this canal goes, and where it ends up. But that's what I can see. It's an interesting route. As you can see, it's an abandoned factory. That'd be so cool to visit though, but I doubt it because they've got the railings up and everything. But it'd be real cool to check it out though. It's a shame we can't get over there. Got this in the way, the water work, got a bridge there, but you never know what it's like. It's nice to see this on the canal side. Normally this bridges, you can actually, it's so random, just about touch it, just a few inches out, look, just a few inches out. It's very low. It's interesting round here. And you've got some flats at the end. I don't know how far this canal ends, I don't know if it ends or carries on, but I'll soon find out where it ends up. I've only come across a load of people, load of Jewish people just went past. Yeah. Oh, how random that was. It's a nice area though. Different, a lot of factories converted into other things, as you can see. Got factories here that used to be. Sometimes they convert them into pubs, sometimes they convert them into community centres or places to stay. Yeah, it's interesting. Some stay, some don't stay. Apparently we're at Bow Wharf at the moment. Bow Wharf mornings. Come to now, it's sort of opening. It's slightly changed, you can see the old factory buildings. Some you might recognise, I can see some original. Oh, let's get up close and I'll show you what I mean. But it's a nice area. There's another park over there. And how I'm going to go back is going to be interesting because I've got to really navigate myself. Focus it in, Richard, that's it. As you can see, the original factory parts just here and here. And they're converting places to stay. It looks like places to stay here. It's quite interesting. Where this river continues, I don't know. Well, the canal continues. I don't know what area of London I'm in. But I was going Hackney way, so I don't know if it's turned to the... I don't know where Hackney goes. So it goes towards the north part of London. But I don't know what part of London I've ended up in. So I'll soon find out. I noticed there's no continued run. There's no path that continues around the canal. So I don't know if it bends or anything. But I'm still going to find out where it ends up. And where it's got to. And see where else we can go with this. The original pavement up there. But notice the canal bends right. And it bends left. I came up for that bit here. It doesn't continue straight, so this is actually the dead end, you could say. So there's one that goes right, there's one that bears left. But it looks like you can't go, well, you can go left and you can go right. And it'll continue one of these routes. This is Regent's Canal. So I'm going to check the map and see exactly where we are. I don't know how far we come, but this might go to Regent's Park. And that'd be really interesting. As in the zoo, I didn't realise we'd come this far. Anyway, it's where I'm in Victoria Park, and yeah, at one end of it anyway. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to work my way out towards Stratford and continue this route. I'm going to memorise this because I think I've done it before. We did a run around the whole park, but I'm going to memorise the entrance so I can continue the route from here, and it'll be a nice thing to do for next time. And hopefully take my cousin on this one because it is an interesting route because it ends up in 9 Mouse Basin. It'd be a nice little stroll walk, nice little local walk, something interesting to do. So well, we're going to make our way back to Stratford and see how that turns out. It's easier to navigate through the park to get to Stratford, but I'm doing it the challenging way through the main roads and all the different roads that go here and there and get into Stratford. Just like a bit of a challenge really. And that's a longer way round, but it'll be an interesting way round because it bends slightly. So yeah, I know my way around this park too well, but want a bit of a challenge. You ain't seen me been running because I don't want to jog in the camera. Yeah, but I've had a nice run. It's been a bit too much today because of the warmth anyway, but I was better than what I was last week, so that's a good start. The canal was just under, we were going down the opposite direction, right behind me, but taking the roads on the way back. So no canal, and see how it turns out. You know, the canal is down there on my right, behind these buildings. This is on the opposite side of the buildings, is what you see. And we're making our way down, keep going straight. Remember we saw the park, just about saw a park. This is the park, Victoria Park, and we're making our way down now. Keep going, see what we can find. Anything interesting on the route, that'd be nice. The factory just there, the canal's at the bottom down there. And we're making our way down. We've still got the park to our left, but we're making our way down. Lose track of the river because it's going underneath. Because I would have been down there, you could say, and it's going underneath me. So it's underneath me somehow. It's going across. So I've got to cut across somehow and continue the route. I don't want to be on the opposite side. I'll just see where it goes to anyway. Pointing that way, so we're going to go and cross into the park, not on the opposite side. Just a bit of a challenge. Or we could carry on this way and find that bridge. That's a bit of fun. We're going to go across here, down here, and across the bridge and continue in the park. That'd be quite interesting. We'll go back into Victoria Park because it'd be too easy, as I said, if I get to the park. I just showed you, I'm doing it now. I'm making my way down. I like that. Old school. So votes for women. You see it, just about there. That's fascinating, that. You're making our way through it. I like this interesting area, it's different. And actually you can see Canary Wharf from here. Just there is Canary Wharf. And we're continuing our way down this route. I like how the trees are so random, in a random spot, and you've got a path to go through. But it's a pub apparently, with a votes for women sign on it. I like it. It's kind of retro. I like it. But an interesting walk. It might be quicker above ground because the Olympic Stadium's just there. But I'm trying to do it on the riverway, just to make it a bit more interesting. So I'm going to find a bit where you can cross it. I'm sure it's just up here where the blue sign is to tell me to go down to a bridge. It'll be a nice crossing to see how far the river is. Keep with it. Bit of a challenge. It might be quicker above ground than it is underground because they got longer paths and they twist and turn. We're here, it's just a straightforward route. But we'll see. At the moment, it's taking me 4 minutes. Interesting, that. For the bridge, yes. But it's also gun makers. It's got the names of what used to be here. This is gun makers lane. Used to make, well, this factory here, they used to make guns. If you didn't know, which is quite interesting. But they made it for the First World War and the Second World War. And this was the factory they made it in. And now we're just going straight across the bridge. This is the canal I took. As you can see, it's down there. I took that side. But now we're just going across the bridge. We're not actually on the canal. We've got to follow it right down. Right the way down where we came from. And as you can see, there's the view. Where we walked it, we was walking down here. We're going to continue it on the grassy side and trying to kill it on the same route if we can. But it's going to divert on a few paths up the top, but we'll see. Making a walk on the way back now. The canal is just down there and I'm going straight. There's quite a few of these binding bikes everywhere. How random. What's interesting there? Some lady just come up to me telling me they got their bike nicked, which is kind of horrible. You know the hire bikes you get out. It's kind of sad to know that. But then again, they've got a tracking system on anyway, which is good to know that. That's on a sad note. But on a happy note, I like these. And just the tree, the way it's done. It's so random. That's a nice Instagram photo right there, isn't it? Yeah. I like this path. It's more fun than walking on the canal. Because you've got the canal route. I thought I'd do it not too much in the park. I'll do it just here. Let's get a nice photo angle from here while I'm filming at the same time. But it will be in my Instagram. Still got loads of things to put up yet. And now we're going to go under the willow tree on the opposite side. And here we are, going through a willow tree. wanted to do that because it's a bit of fun. I'll tell you what, let's put a bit of music to the video now. Okay, one of the locks are coming up and we've got to work out where it went, where I went. So I've got to know where to go. It's a challenge. Because at one point I'm going to cut off with the park. The park's not going to be with me. I have to keep with the river to see where it ends up. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge. Remember, the river's down now. I'm diverting off. So, mustn't lose my way and get a guess. It's a guessing game where it is really. But I just don't know where I am in Victoria Park. I'm not far from Stratford. But yes, it's going to be an interesting way to find out where I've got to get to and where I've got to go. It's getting slightly hard because this park bends literally right round, but the river doesn't. So it's finding out where we got to go from here. This is sort of the river's on the other side somewhere. We need to know where it is. It's going to be very hard to challenge from here now, because I'm going to be cutting outside, going outside the park, and navigating my way through the houses and that. I see where it's going to be slightly hard, because I have to navigate my way through here, because we're on the opposite side, and we have to follow the river right down. So we have to sort of cut through somehow. It's going to be an interesting. Into the map. This is going to be interesting. According to the map, there's a sort of small path, a very small path to take down there. The river's going to be right over there. It's going to be right just along here as I go down, and I sort of got to do a sharp right. And I should know where I'm going. I've got landmarks to tell me because I see Stratford in the distance. But this is going to be an interesting route now to see where it goes. I like to see this. It's going to be a very narrow path. I don't know how narrow, but it's going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to see where this ends up. If not, we have to go through the park. But we'll see, it's going to be an interesting route from here. How we've got to get there. We've just got to find the paths and work our way. Isn't this interesting? It's a tailgate. This is the car park, but I'm going to work my way through this. So I'm have to cut through the car park. So this is going to be an interesting way. Like that. Random. So we've got to cut through. It's a funny route, and we've got to go straight down there and keep going. It's sort of a twindy path, but it's going to be an interesting way, but mustn't touch the canal. I must remember that. Where it's going to get slightly confusing because I can't go to the canal, and this is going down to the canal, and I'm not taking that route. This is going to be more interesting to get out and do, because I can't take the canal route. I have to take the main road route. So it'll be an interesting way. So no down there. We'll see how far it goes, what way it bends, so not way to turn. This is going to get hard now. They go straight, but we're not facing those buildings at the end, and we have to go right round it. A bit of a challenge to work our way to navigate going down towards the place. This will be very interesting to see how we're going to do this. This could be an interesting way. Hard. I have to navigate myself back. This is not turning right to go back towards the riverway. So this is going to be very, very hard because I'm going away and away and away from the river. It's getting back is a challenge. A good challenge. Because the distance behind me, as I jump very far down the river, down there. So I had to come back. So I was trying to loop it right round. I don't know how we're going to do this, but it's a challenge. I mean, you want it to turn and it won't turn. It's not turning. Ouch. Ouch. But I see people going right just here. I think that's the original way back to Stratford. Oh my gosh. Looks like I won't be able to see the river at all. By trying to do it in a way it goes with the river, so it's more of a challenge that way. We try and do it. See if we can turn the corner. We need to turn right and right and right. Yeah, when I did my run route. But there was a bridge across anyway. That's important. We need to get that across. You know, we've done this way before. We took the bridge across last time and we got to do it again. Anyway, to get back to the river, actually, I don't know how far it is. I'll probably see it from here. How far it is. So I need to know how far the river's gone. Because the river, or the canal, not river, what am I saying? The canal's down there somewhere. It's literally down there. Down, it's quite a walk. But we're going to try and get to it somehow. I don't know how we've got to get to it. I had to put my camera away because one guy is trying to nip my camera. He kept going backwards and forwards. I thought that's very suspicious. Anyway, we're working our way up the hill. We're trying to work out where the river is. We don't know how it's going to turn out. But we're going to see what's at the top. I'll see you up there, guys. One thing's for sure, we found the river again. But we can't go on that side because some of this factory stuff is on that side. So we're going to go on the opposite side just to make it a bit more interesting. And we're going to keep crossing bridges just to make it a bit more exciting. But we've got this far up, so we're going to go down there, continue on the other side. But if there's a bridge, we'll take a bridge. We're going to take some of these roads to sort of, you know, work out where we're going. That's going towards Fish Island, so we know that's going towards the river. The canal keeps calling it a freaking river. But I'm going to take all these routes, because they're interesting routes. And if I'm in the wrong place, I'm in the wrong place. It's interesting to see where they end up. We know it's behind us now. It's in the opposite direction. So we're going to go this way now. We're in the opposite way side now. We're in the opposite side. We've been going backwards and forwards on the bridge. But we've got a nice route straight down. I wish you see the factories on this side. What's interesting, you got all the factory stuff around here, and it's still got places people are staying. It's an interesting area what it is compared to the riverside. You can see it, the river's on the other side, just down there, and we're on this side at the moment. Interesting when you do back streets on one side just to see what it looks like. It's very, very interesting view. I like all the factories along here. You can't tell if they're abandoned or used, that's the problem though. It's just the way they look. I can see here, this used to be a factory thing, dockside thing. But now they've got houses living in there. It's kind of horrible though, because it's sort of got a metal door. I wouldn't live here, but I admit it's nice on the other side. I have to appreciate it. But then again, you've got to come to this view to get to your place. Because it's really empty in there. See how empty it is in there. Looks like they're doing it up or something. I can't really tell, but see, yeah, some people live here. Interesting. Fishside Island, that's what they call it. Wow. Let's see what it is when we get to the bottom. We're slowly getting to the end. We come to a bit of a landmark as well. And I'm going to show you this chimney as we get close up. So randomly, there's actually a few shops here. How random. He opens up canal. But we're getting here first. I need to show you this. Because it's sort of dockside. Sort of tried to modernise it. We've got the history right here. Just so you kept the chimney of one of the factories. It's nice to know it's right here. It's kind of awesome though. They've been doing a lot of work around here, you can see. Doing a few things. And we are heading in the right direction. Yeah, it's pretty awesome though. But we're heading down that way. In a way again across the bridge. This bridge here. We just hope it hits the road on the other side. Because we don't want to do the canal yet again. We've come this far up. It's not a nice crossing actually. We have to hit part of the canal, looks of it. Because we've come to the end. We've finally reached the end We've gone all along there, all the way, and now we finally reached the end. We finished where we started basically, so it's good to know that. We finished where we started, as you can see. It's a nice view. Now at the ending of the route now, as we're here back in Olympic Park. That was a nice little walk. But we will continue that walk, both sides. I think we've done the lighthouse one, but we will continue both sides. It'll be an interesting route. It'll be really, really cool. That's pretty random. In the video here, guys, of this lovely view. Until next time, yeah, I will do those walks going one going left, one going right, and I'll promise you that. And also that one continued. See where they end up. I had to zoom in to get this. This is a rare sight. Just saw it on the riverbank, right down the bottom. So I zoomed right in. One right here as well, which I can get in focus. Just about get it. Sorry about the jogginess, because I'm zoomed right in. Oh gosh. A rare sight. Use the action camera now, just to hope it works a bit better. Film my train set at night, and apparently it's supposed to be a thunderstorm coming on my train set as well. Got to keep an eye on the flashes. Heard it then.